Hello everyone and welcome to Mocha's Mukbangs. This is my first mukbang and I'm so glad to do it. I'm excited. I'm overexcited. Don't know what to expect. But I hope you enjoy it all and you all are now my sugars. So you're going to be sugar this and sugar that. So get used to it. I'm excited because my cards played today. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but that's okay. That's all right. The girls and the boys, we love them, the Louisville cards. So we have the cards cup and my favorite cards pullover hoodie. So today for my mukbang, I cooked homemade au gratin potatoes. I cooked Salisbury steak meatloaf. Yes, Salisbury steak meatloaf. And corn and green beans and deviled eggs. So let's dip in. And in the middle of the video, we're going to talk about what the subjects that I want to talk about. So today's topic, we will discuss halfway through eating this great food. And then you comment, like, subscribe, share. Please share this video, subscribe, tell your friends, and give me your honest opinion on the topic that we are talking about today. So we will talk about that halfway through the video. So I'm going to dig into some food. And I love corn. You will always see corn. Well, not always, but you'll see it a lot in my videos. And I just finished cooking because earlier I went to wash my car and it was not packed, thank God. But I washed my car because there's no rain for a few days. If anybody knows Louisville's weather, we have rain. We may have 4 seasons in one day. So even if it rains tomorrow, my car was filthy, so that's what happened. This corn is good. And a word of advice that I learned with corn on the cob, and I also do it for loose corn too, that's in the bag. I don't like the canned foods, so I always get the frozen corn or whatever vegetable. If I can't get it fresh, if I'm not really feeling like shucking or something like that, then I'll get the frozen vegetables and use those. I mean, if you have to use a can, that's fine, but I just prefer to taste fresh vegetables. And they always freeze the vegetables like the summer before for whatever they're not going to sell, so it's really fresh, so you might as well spend $1 and buy it. And I mean, it saves on health issues, etc., etc. I've learned that. So, and I'm starting to cut back again, even though I'm eating this on Sunday. Don't judge me. So, starting to cut back more during the week. But I figured I wanted a Sunday dinner before it starts to get really, really hot outside. Give me some. I wanted to smell in my house. You know how on Sunday your grandmother always had a smell in the house, and it always reminded you of it's Sunday. It's the day to relax. We did all our housework on Saturday, so we about to throw down when she get done. So that's what we doing. And my word of advice is, like I showed this, skip over it, is when you boil your corn, put a little bit, just a tinge of salt. I said tinge, yes, I'm country and I'm old. Tinge of salt and put some milk in there. And it makes it really, really tender. Even if you're going to grill your corn, put some a little bit of milk in there, just regular milk, and take it out and then throw it on the grill. It makes it really, really, really juicy. So this is good. And my au gratin potatoes, I love au gratin potatoes, but the only thing is, and y'all can probably agree with me, is I hate peeling the potato. But they have all these little gadgets out, but I'm old school. I pull out that little knife, that one little knife that you use in the kitchen for everything. It probably been sharpened in about 20 years, but it's the knife that you go to. Just stand there and peel that 5-pound bag of potatoes. And then I don't just throw cheese in mine. I make a sauce and crack an egg in it. And most of you good cooks know what I'm talking about when you temper your egg. So please, the box au gratin, if that's what you got to start out with, that's fine, baby. But If you can't really get in that kitchen and know how to cook some au gratin potatoes, just don't even step up to the plate. Just go ahead and get you some mashed potatoes and move on. For sugar, the worst thing in the world for somebody to say they can cook some macaroni or some au gratin potatoes, some deviled eggs, and they can't. It'll mess up somebody's life. Oh, this is good. I think I put too much on here because I might not eat it all, but. And yes, nephew, before you comment, I'm bringing your plate later on today. Because I know you got to clam. But I just really miss the smells in my house with my grandmother's cooking. I love my mama, but my mama couldn't cook that much. She had like 3 plates that she could really do really well. Chicken, lasagna. I hate to pause, but my mother could fry some chicken. She could make some lasagna. I'm trying to think, she made something else. Well, she attempted to make some stuff. But I think what happened was she was the only child. And with my grandmother could cook. She could throw down. And my mother was spoiled. So I think she just didn't learn as much as I did. When grandma raised me, grandma was kind of hard on me. So she always, every time she cooked, she was like, you need to learn how to do this because, well, I'm dead and gone away from here. Ain't nobody else to show you how to do this. Yes, I have the U of L cup and I have some tea. Actually, this is a homemade tea that a lady made for me, Lola. And I'm going to pin her information below because her tea is for diabetics, and I probably ain't supposed to be even eating this, but I am. But her tea is for diabetics so that you won't have to worry about the unnatural sugars bringing up your blood sugar. So she makes those at home. She makes the lemonade, a tea, a red tea, and it has honey in it, has all kind of things in it that actually is really, really good for you. And she uses natural honey. She does not use the shelf honey that we buy from Dollar Tree. And I ain't fronting on Dollar Tree because that's my favorite store. But she uses the natural based honeys that are made in this area. And that helps with allergies. It helps with a lot of illnesses. If you know someone that makes honey in your area, you need to buy that. A lot of the Amish community produces honey as well because it helps with a lot of allergies and sinuses, etc. Especially if you got small kids. Start using honey and having them drink like a warm tea. It'll help with that. So that's that. This meatloaf is good. I really didn't mean to make it so good, but it's good. Sugar. You know how tomorrow when you warm up this food is going to be so good because it seems like the next day is always the best. No. That's the story of my life. I was supposed to make cornbread, but I think I got tired. So, but all this is it's regular meatloaf, and it's got green peppers, red peppers, onions, everything that's in a Salisbury steak. It's just in the form of a meatloaf. So, and you have gravy in there. This is your regular brown gravy, not your red eye gravy. So, and I like my meatloaves either way, but today I was just in the mood for that. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about this topic. I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but ladies, it needs to be talked about. Now, I have a problem with my sisters out there, and this is everyone, not just my black sisters. This is all ladies are my sisters. But my sisters out here that's accepting men that don't take care of their kids. That should be a deal breaker. Just on my end, I just feel like I can't date you if you're not taking care of your child, because I feel like how you treat your family and how you treat your seeds. I mean, you might not get along with your siblings as well, because me and my siblings don't get along all the time. We love each other, but we don't get along all the time. But if you're treating me well, but you're not treating your seed well, then I have a problem with that, because I feel like your child should come first. Now, I know there are situations that some of you ladies probably gonna be like, well, she don't let him see his son. I had to pause on that because, first of all, there's a court system for everybody. She don't let him see his son. Any courthouse, any man can go down to any courthouse and request a date for visitation. That's besides child support. That's besides anything. Now, even if he only paid $20 last year, now I disagree with that too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But even if he only paid $20 in child support last year, he still has a right to see his child. So don't accept that idea that she wouldn't let him see his kids. Now, y'all out here, you fellas is out here shooting and fighting every 5 minutes. Somebody step on your shoe, you want to fight, so go fight for your kids. Why would you not? I mean, I'm trying to understand why y'all run around having these kids, and these are part of you, and you don't want to spend time with them. There's no way in the world that I could allow time to pass and for me not to spend some of that time with my child. Now, yes, you are an adult. Yes, you do need your time to yourself. Everybody does. Moms, dads, you need your time, because your mom, your dad, you want to be who you are. I want to be Mocha. Yeah, I want to be Mocha sometimes. I want to let my hair down. I want to thug in the club. I want to do what I want to do. I ain't got to go to the club, but I want to go to the basketball games. I want to do stuff for me sometimes without including my child. I mean, when he was alive, etc., etc. But there's no way that I would allow time to go past, even when my son was alive, and not spend time with him. And I just don't understand why women accept that behavior just to say that they have a man. That's not a man, because a man takes care of his responsibilities. He may not be able to go out and buy his child $1 million worth of things. He may not be able to go out and buy something all the time, but to me, presence is better than presence. And if that child is spending time with him, that's the most valuable thing in the world. That child is going to remember, well, I remember when daddy picked us up, he got on my nerves, we all got a whooping, because y'all didn't wild it out. But that child remembers that experience. Or daddy came to pick us up, we all went to Sonic and sat in the car and ate, we listened to music. I mean, it don't sound big to you, but it's big to them because they're children. So I feel like even if you've let some time pass, I feel like you should go back and you should try to make things right, even if it starts today. But there's no woman out there that I can respect that is with a man right now, and that man is not spending time with his kids. Damn the rest of what you're talking about. It's no excuses. There's just none. And even if he works 7 days a week, let's say he works in a factory, he works 7 days a week, because we know how that goes. That day off that he's going to make time for his children. And then my issue too is when y'all are dating, let's say y'all go out, and the first question you say is, well, how many kids do you have? Or he asks you, how many kids do you have? The next question should be, well, how often do y'all see each other? I mean, when was the last time you saw them, your kids, and what did y'all do? I mean, did y'all do anything? He may say no. I was broke. We didn't do anything, but we sat and we watched movies. We yada, yada, yada. Okay. We're not talking about you coming to the table and saying, I blew a band on my kid. No, we're talking about you actually being the parent that you need to be. Just like way it goes to the women too. I mean, because it is some deadbeat mothers out there, but I'm just saying, ladies, I'm seeing a lot of you accept this behavior to where it's okay for him not to spend time with his kids or to be around his kids. You shouldn't be okay with him getting paid on Friday and then taking you out to eat for wherever you want to go. And then when his kids come around for 2 hours on a Wednesday, he making them hot dogs. You should have a problem with that. And I feel like the relationship, you set the tone for that. So I'm not saying that you should make him to be a man, but you need to reevaluate, should I date this person, because they don't seem to have it all together. They think they do, but they don't. Now, here's another thing. It could be a situation where he's never been approached as a woman like you. You know, he's never had anyone to set that goal or to set that standard. So you guys may need to talk about it. You just may need to set the record straight and say, this is what I prefer. Because you can't be my man and stand here and fight for me when you're not fighting for the one thing that you and her damn near died for. So I don't get that. So it's a lot of things that I feel like women have accepted in this day and time, and that just wouldn't go back in the day. Back in the day, like my grandmother told me, if he didn't take care of his family, women didn't deal with him. It might have been one over in the cut that would have dealt with him, but real women do not fool with little boys. So I just think that my girls, we all need to go back and let's get this record back straight. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and get the kids involved. And if you don't feel like in the beginning that you should be involved with the kids off top, because you know, you really don't know, are we gonna be together? Am I gonna see him next week? Is this just a booty call? Pause. Because y'all know sometimes it could be a booty call. So don't get your kids involved. It's gonna be something like that. But I'm talking about as far as him being involved with his kids, that is necessary. Because if he's not a good father to them, he's not gonna be a good man to you. And I know some of y'all sitting there clutching y'all's pearls. And sugar, you just gonna be mad at me. But it's just the way I feel. And I just feel like that you need to go back and get it together. Because see, you get a wet ass anywhere. You can get your own ass wet. So don't start out wrong just to say, oh my God, I got a man, he's picking me up, we going out there. No, honey. No, spend some alone time. If that person is not on the right page, especially if they ain't taking care of their kids, then I feel like you just need to go back to the drawing board. And it's not hard to do. I mean, spend a little time with yourself. Ain't no wrong with spending time with yourself. I mean, we love these black men. We love them. But in order for us to start out right, we have got to accept our faults first. Because a lot of times they wouldn't do the things that they're doing if we didn't allow it. Somebody somewhere allowed it. And you probably sitting right there next to him right now. Been dealing with the same mess for 15 years. He ain't went and got them kids. He ain't spent no time with them kids. And now you sitting there wondering why he ain't want to spend time with you. He didn't spend no time with the kids to begin with. So why he won't spend time with you now? He didn't get everything he wanted. So you didn't request anymore. You didn't require anymore. So girl, you might need to go back and snatch yourself, sugar, and get yourself together, because that shouldn't fly. You know, we have a good time. Every last one of us have had a booty call or two and have enjoyed ourselves. But sometimes you have to go back and say, what happened? You mature and you say, I shouldn't have accepted that, or I no longer want to accept that. That's not what my life is. So you got to be a reflection of you. And how you feel is who you attract. If you feel like garbage, that's what's going to come through your door, baby. So sugar, you got to first love you and get yourself together. But the guy has got to be a reflection of what you ask God for. If you just sat up and said, I want this man, I want this man, I want this man, and then he's not even going to get his children, that should be a big no. Because I need to see how you act with your kids. And quit going to get your kids and dropping them off at your auntie and mama house. That's not spending time with them. That's just, you just picking them up and dropping them off. You just a taxi or a Lyft or Uber. That is not, you're not spending time with them. We all are busy. We all have hectic lives. But the first thing out of that man's mouth should say, I love my kids. I spend time with my kids. I mean, I made time to come here and spend time with you. But I spend a lot of time with my kids when I'm not working. That's the first sign of respect. Now, he should know how to level and balance that out. But because you have your relationship time, you have your parenting time, you have your sibling time. I mean, you should be able to balance all that out. But don't sit here and accept. Accept is a country. It's accept the fact that he's not doing what he should be doing, girl. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If he taking care of them kids, he's working, he's an honest man, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, baby. When y'all do get it going on one of them booty calls, it's going to be that much better because you're going to have so much respect for him. The chemistry is going to be deeper because he handles his business. So I think we should just focus on making us happy first, then dating, and then finding out other people's criteria, what they feel is important to them. Now, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying it just should not be accepted if it's subpar. I mean, don't settle for that. You just let people know up front, well, you know what? I really did like our time. We had a good time. But it just seemed to me like you don't spend enough time with your kids. Maybe I misinterpreted the conversation, or maybe I mistaken some things that you said. But I just don't think that you're ready for a woman like me, because I'm about family. I'm about having a good time with you, but I'm also about kids and education. Are they doing good in school? Have you sat down, done some homework with them? Have you given their mother a break? I don't care if y'all agree or not. I don't care if you and the mother agree or not. She needs her time just like you need your time. And some of y'all out here spending more time with your boys than you are with your seeds. Makes me question a lot of things. I always wanted to spend time with my girls. I did. Like, my house was never a situation where my girls was just chilling in my house all day. We was always working. I mean, even when I was young, we was always working. We was always handling business. And on a Friday or Saturday night, we might kick it over somebody's house and sit there and have drinks or whatever. But we handled our business. We took care of our kids. And it wasn't no man sitting around our house dropping us off at work and keeping our car. We just didn't roll like that. If anything, we helped each other first. We helped each other's kids. We babysat each other's kids when one had to work overtime or whatever. But we never sat around no deadbeat men. And when we did, and we figured out what the situation was, because you know how people lie to you and say they do this and they do that. And later on, you've been around them, you figure out, no, you don't. You don't do half of what you said in the beginning. And you cut them off. You got enough sense to cut them off. But don't think because you're 20, 21, 22, oh, I'm young, this is what people did when they was young. No, you don't. You don't have to accept any of that. So, to the ones that I'm talking to, you need to go get your kids and make today the day. And I hope this video helps you to make today the day. Even if you're a mom and you're at home and you're working all the time, because this is one thing I did discover a little bit after my son passed. The one thing I discovered was I worked a lot because I had to provide, and I made sure my son had a good life. But I didn't spend as much time with him as he got older as I felt like I should. When they're younger, you have to spend time. I mean, because they're young. You don't want them over any and everybody's house. I was silly like that. I had my network of friends, and some of my family, and they helped me raise my son. But a lot of times I miss major events and things that were happening because I was a mom. And so spending time I felt frustrated because I was like, why is this my life? Why am I not enjoying life? But it was because he was smaller. I was more frustrated. It seemed like the babies need you more when they're smaller, and when they get older you feel like, oh my God, I'm free. He can finally stay home by himself sometimes, and I could go enjoy myself with my girls. And I did that, but I enjoyed myself with my son too when he got older. It seemed like he needed me more when he was 14, 15, 16. It was just like, oh my God, are you serious? Are we still doing this? But it was funny because we had a lot of great times. But I just say to anyone, whatever you get, whatever tax money you get, whatever, plan a vacation. Plan a getaway. Get in a car on the weekend and just go somewhere. Enjoy yourself. And then maybe if you and him, the guy, y'all have, let's say 4 or 5 months down the road, you kids, y'all decided y'all might make this thing work. And y'all kids decide that they like each other, because sometimes our kids don't like their kids. You know how they go. But maybe y'all can take a weekend together, go to the Smokies and get a cabin and just get to know each other and do some old school stuff, like going walking and laughing or sitting on the porch. Do old school stuff with them so you can really see where somebody's at. When you're not balling out and spending money, you really see where his mindset is. Is he really into this? Is he happy? First of all, is he happy and not just with me because he needs me? Some of y'all need to start writing this down. Is he happy because he needs me, or is he happy because he wants me and he wants to be in my life? And are his kids happy? Do they like me? Are we getting this chemistry thing going? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that you need to reevaluate before dating someone. And you need to reevaluate yourself. But most of all, if they are not taking care of their kids, then I would advise you to have that conversation. I'm not saying get your bags and walk away. I'm saying have that conversation, because a lot of things that they've dealt with probably in their past, or a lot of people they've dealt with in their past, they probably don't know that it was wrong, or this is wrong, sometimes it's easier not to be responsible. So some people just step away from it because they don't want to fight it. They're not confrontational. But I think when you make that plain, that it should be understood that your kids are number one, and that's number one to me. Yes, I'm your lover, but your kids are number one. Then that may change the dynamics of the relationship completely. I mean, he may decide this ain't the woman for me. You may decide this ain't the man for me. But at least you know up front that this ain't gonna work, because I made it clear of what I wanted. So that's that. And I didn't eat much because I talked too much. But my food is good. Don't trip. I cook everything homemade, but everything's good. So I'm getting ready to sign off of here. I love y'all. I wish you nothing but success, and I pray that everyone is happy or is on their road to happiness. We gonna make it, baby. We gonna do some mukbangs. And we're going to talk about this thing. We're going to get some things on track. But do not date anybody that don't take care of their kids. And I mean that. So I'm signing off. Share this video. Like, subscribe. Comment below. I want to know how you feel about this topic, because it's very near and dear to my heart. Go Cards. Love y'all. Bye. Wait a minute. I can't click off because I can't see the TV.